Hello friends! I finally decorated for Christmas like the week before Christmas, but it's okay. I am here to bring you my November and my December manga wrap-ups. I just never got around to doing my November wrap-up, so I just thought I would throw it in with December. I know December isn't finished yet, but I don't see myself really reading a whole lot of new manga. I'm trying to read one series before the end of the year, so I will tell you about what I've read so far of that, but I think I'm just gonna finish that up this year, and then that's probably gonna be it. If I read anything other than what is in this video, just keep a lookout on my Instagram and I will probably talk about it there. Anything besides that one series, I'm probably not gonna put in a video. Let us talk about the manga that we read in November. First off, I finished up That Wolf Boy Is Mine Volume 2. This is the omnibus version, so it's technically volumes 3 and 4, which finishes up this series. This is by Yoko Nogiri. This is the same mangaka that does Love and Focus and Those Not So Sweet Boys, two series that I really like. This is her first series, I believe. It's definitely the first one I think that was published in the US, but I do believe it is her first like actual series. This series is really cute. It definitely feels like a first series. So the art is a little bit rough at times and the story is a little bit basic, but I feel like it's super cute. I feel like if you like Fruits Basket, like the cute side of Fruits Basket, not like the trauma side of Fruits Basket, you will really like this. It is about a girl who moves to Hokkaido after some family stuff and some social stuff that she wants to get away from. She moves to Hokkaido to live with her dad, and she ends up meeting a boy, Yu, and he kind of is like, oh, you smell nice, and things lead to other things, and we find out that Yu is actually a half-wolf spirit, and he has other animal spirit friends. This is about their romantic relationship, their friendship, and kind of what it means to like be friends with a spirit or a half spirit. It's really cute, it's really fun. I feel like if you go into this not thinking it's like gonna be the most amazing thing ever, but that you just want to have like a cute, fun high school romance kind of time, then this would be great. I think the first volume of this really kind of plays into a lot of like shoujo tropes, but this one gets a little bit more into their feelings and the complications of the type of relationship that they have. So I feel like this like second omnibus is a little bit more deeper than the first one, but it's still really good and cute and sweet, and I really liked it. Then I read volume 16 of Snow White with the Red Hair. I really enjoyed this volume a lot more than the last volume. I know you guys know that volume 15 I just did not like. I didn't care about like the second half of it, so I was really happy to get a volume of this story that had a little bit more to it than just planned research. This one you get a lot more Zen and Mitsuhide and Kiki in it, which I am always down for. We also get more of Hisame, which is kind of a side character that I know is going to be a little bit more important a little bit later. I feel like most of this volume is with Zen and Kiki and Mitsuhide, which is really refreshing after the last volume. I don't really have tons to say about this volume, just because the series has been going on for so long and I don't want to give too many spoilers if you haven't read it, but just if you haven't read it, you need to read it. Next up, I read volume 1 of My Love Mix-Up. This is like the hot new manga right now. The drama series just finished airing, which I haven't watched any of, which is shocking because it stars Johnny's Boys, and like I'm always down for Johnny's Boys in a drama. But I feel like if you are around the shoujo manga community, you know what this manga is. It is about basically two boys who thinks the other one likes the other one. So it's like I feel like it is closer to a real love triangle. This was really fun. I don't think it's 100% for me. The art and the comedy of it is really over the top, and I don't like super over the top comedy, so it was still really good and cute, and I'm probably gonna continue with it, but it's just not like my new favorite manga ever, but it's still really good. I like, what is his name? Ida. Just seems like a really sincere sort of character, even though he he thinks that Aoki likes him, and he thinks that Aoki has confessed his feelings to him in sort of a roundabout way, but he is really sincere on like actually thinking about it and giving him a proper answer throughout this manga. So I like the character of Ida because he just seems like he's so sincere, and even though he's never really thought about dating a guy, the fact that somebody has seriously, or he thinks that somebody has confessed their feelings to him, he is still, no matter their gender, he's still gonna really consider their feelings and think about it and give them a proper answer. And I really like that about Ida. So he's probably my favorite character in this, and I am curious to see kind of how their relationship progresses, if it actually goes in the like BL direction, or if it just goes into like more comedy miscommunication kind of hijinks that way. So this was really fun. Next up, I read volume 2 of Kageki Shoujo, which continues to be an amazing series. Like if you are a theater kid and if you like stories about women, this is the one for you. It's about a bunch of girls in a all-girls theater school for an all-girls theater company that is really popular. It's like Takarazuka, so it's really over the top kind of Broadway style of like plays. And we have Sarasa, who is aiming to be like the top star. And you also have Ai-chan, who is a former idol who wants to get away from the world of men and joins this theater school in order to do that. So this one has a lot to do with Sarasa, kind of and her childhood, and where like she got this love of like Takarazuka theater, and how much she actually loves Kabuki theater, and how much she like is upset that she cannot be in Kabuki because she is a girl. And kind of her whole passion for traditional theater, for modern theater, that sort of thing. It's really fun. Also, there's a lot of like cute like anime references in here, so that is like a little Easter egg to like read about in here, because Sarasa is like a huge anime fan. I loved the story about how Sarasa got her love of theater and like Takarazuka from her grandmother, and her feelings on her grandmother passing. I think this series comes out entirely too slow, and I want a new volume every 2 months, which it may be, but it just seems like it's a long time between volumes. But I really enjoy this series. Still really good, amazing series. We need to watch the anime, but I think I want to read one more volume of the manga before I watch the anime. Next up, I read volume 3 of the Apothecary Diaries. This is a like Chinese court story. It's not really a drama, it's a little bit of a comedy. So it's about this one girl who is a poison tester slash pharmacist herbalist, who is one of the servants, I guess, of one of the ladies in waiting for or concubines of the emperor. And so it's about her kind of navigating the kind of politics that go on in the court life as a poison tester or as a herbalist. I like this series. It's not like my super favorite. It's kind of like middle, maybe like 3-4 stars for me. It's kind of like a good casual read. It's not like super deep, so it's a good time. There's a lot of mystery and kind of court politics, so if you like that sort of thing, then kind of not from like the outsider's perspective, like not the, I guess, politicians, but the servants of the politicians, then this might be good for you. Speaking of court dramas and politics, that sort of thing, I read volumes 5, 6, 7, and 8 of Requiem of the Rose King, and oh my god, this series is so good. Like, I cannot wait for the anime. It's gonna be so good, and I need to finish this series. I don't know, I feel like once we got to volume 7, I think it just like ramps up like crazy. There's so many twists and turns in this series that it will keep you on your toes the whole time. There's so many different players and different parts that are going on that it's just so interesting to read. And also, I really love the character of Richard. Richard is intersex, so there's this whole battle that Richard has with himself. I use he/him pronouns for him because Richard is very much set in that he is a boy, but he does struggle with being intersex, so he has both male and female anatomy, but he very much sees himself as a man. So he, him for Richard. But yeah, that conversation is really good within context of the story. There's a lot of kind of like romance, forbidden romance sort of things, and it's, I think it was volume 7. So volume 7 shocked me, like, to my core. Like, I thought the series was gonna go one way, and then volume 7 happened, and it totally turned everything on its head. So I am so excited to read more of this. I cannot wait for the anime. I need to read the rest of this manga before, before the anime comes out, because it's so good. I feel like maybe if you have historical context, it might not be as shocking, because this is based off of the War of the Roses. There's also inspiration from the Shakespeare plays, like Henry V, I don't know, and Richard III, something like that. So if you have the context of those sort of things, if you like Shakespeare, if you like War of the Roses, history, that sort of thing, then this might not be as shocking, but it's still a wild ride and you should read it. Also, the covers for this series are so gorgeous. Like, this, I think, is my favorite cover so far. This one is so, so good. Yeah, Requiem of the Rose King, amazing series. I also read some digital manga. I read volume 4 of Defying Kurosaki Kun, which I don't think I have talked about much on this channel because I think I forgot it in my last wrap up, but Defying Kurosaki Kun is a really, really great digital manga. I have no idea why it's digital only. That manga should be in print. It's a high school romance sort of manga. There is a one boy, Kurosaki-kun, and he is kind of like this grumpy, dark-haired, good-looking guy, and then we have Shirakawa-kun, who is your, like, nice, light-haired, beautiful, princely type of character. They are best friends. There is a girl whose name I cannot remember at this moment, and she likes Shirakawa-kun, but she's in kind of this butting heads relationship with Kurosaki-kun, but it's definitely enemies to lovers. You can see that trajectory going on there, and Kurosaki's-kun is normally called the Black Devil, and White Prince is Shirakawa-kun. And you kind of, in volume 4, you kind of see maybe the nicknames given to them by the student body are not the proper nicknames for them. I watched the live action on Viki, which was really fun. I feel like most of the plot points that were in the movie I have read in the manga already, and the manga is like 18 volumes or something like that, so I am so curious to find out what happens next. Also in November, I read volumes 8 and 9 of Fruits Basket. I'm not going to talk too much about Fruits Basket in this because I have whole vlogs about my like in-depth thoughts on the series, so go check those out. Time between the end of November and the beginning of December, I read Cheeky Brat. This is a shoujo manga that is very popular and very famous, and we have finally got it. I'm upset with my pre-order because it was supposed to come out the 16th, but then it got delayed until the 30th. It was a whole thing. But anyway, this is kind of like an enemies to lovers type of shoujo manga. Boys on the basketball team, girl is the basketball team manager, and they kind of butt heads a little bit, and the boy has a big crush on the girl, and it's like him pestering her to go out with her, and her kind of like, I don't like you to his face, but she very much likes him. So this is gonna be really fun. It seems like they're gonna get together like fairly quickly, so I'm excited to see how their relationship goes. This is like 20 volumes or something like that. It's like just ending right now, and it's been running for years, so I'm so excited to have another really long shoujo coming out. And I say really long, 20 volumes is really long for a shoujo when there are shounens that are like 30 plus volumes long. So yeah, this was really cute. I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to read the rest of this. So next up for my December reads, I have not read a lot in December. So there are 3 releases that I read. I read Chihaya for volume 29, which, so good. It's more of the national champion qualifiers, and it is so emotional. there's just so many. I love it so much. I love Chihara so much. I could go on and on and on about it, but since we're so far into the series, I'm not gonna do many spoilers, also because it's like a tournament thing, so yeah. But Chihara continues to be like literally one of the best manga ever written, and again, the fact that it is not in print is a crime against humanity. So other things that I read in December, so Cherry came out on the 7th, also Yona of the Dawn 33 came out on the 7th, and Queen's Quality came out on the 7th, so that's the day before my birthday. So Viz and Kodansha just gave me manga for my birthday. They didn't give it to me, I purchased it, but they released it. I'm surely because of my birthday. That's what I'm thinking. But Yona of the Dawn number 33, I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but because spoilers, but this is so good. Like, I love where we are in this manga right now. There is so many things being revealed. I came up with a theory kind of halfway through it. Then I read the rest of the manga and I was like, oh, that wasn't right. But I feel like there's something to my theory, which I won't talk about too much because spoilers. But you get a lot of history. You find out about Suwon's parents, which is really cool. You get some backstory from there. You get some history about the Crimson Dragon King, and kind of what that means for Suwon, for Yona, for the dragons, and for Hawk. So that's amazing. I am just loving this manga. It continues to be amazing. Next up, Queen's Quality 13, finally. Oh my god. This is probably like one of my top 3 favorite mangas, maybe top 5, I don't know. I haven't done an official ranking, maybe I will do that next year, but this is so good. It's so good. So good. So good. So this wrapped up, I can't remember what the arc is called, but it kind of wrapped up one arc and it kind of thrust us into another one. This was so good. There's a cliffhanger at the end. There's such good romance in this. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want more. I want more of this, but it's published in a monthly magazine, so we don't get chapters very often. So we're close to catching up with Japan, but also I need more of it. Like, please. Other things that I read in December, I finished Fruits Basket, finally. Oh my god, it was my goal for the end of the month, and I finished it. So I have a whole vlog about my thoughts on Fruits Basket. I'm gonna probably do a whole wrap-up, themes, that sort of thing, for Fruits Basket, but I might do that after I finish watching the anime, which I haven't decided if I'm gonna make videos about. But anyway, go watch those videos if you want my full thoughts on Fruits Baskets. Spoiler alert, I loved it. It's amazing. So good. Why did I wait 20 plus years to read Fruits Basket? Okay, so the last manga that I'm probably gonna read for this year is DN Angel. So DN Angel is a older shoujo. It is very nostalgic for me. I read it when I was a child, like a teen. It's probably one of the first manga I read like scans of. This is a shoujo manga despite having a male protagonist. It's about this kid Daisuke, and on his 14th birthday he is granted the power to transform into the Phantom Thief Dark, which is he's been training for his whole life. It's like a whole family legacy type thing. The thing that triggers this transformation is thinking about his crush. It's like feelings of love that make him transform either into Dark or back into Daisuke. And then he can stop being Dark once his like first love, true love, reciprocates his feelings. So there's a whole thing with 2 twin sisters, and Daisuke likes one of them, Dark likes the other one, but the other one likes Dark. It's a whole thing. It's kind of like a square almost. I loved this manga as a kid while not reading too much of it, and it's not great. Like, reading it now, like as an adult, it is chaotic, it is messy, it jumps around a lot, and sometimes things just don't make sense. I don't know if it's the quality of the translation or if it's just like the manga is sort of a mess. I feel like the plot is interesting. I like the romance aspect of it. There's when you get to volume 5, there are some other characters and some like kind of enemies and kind of like what the whole like big bad is, as I like to say, but it's like, it's not super great, it's not super engaging, and I feel like the messiness of it is getting in the way. Now this might be that, I mean, it could just be like not a great manga, or it could be just the style from when was this published? Yeah, so this was written in 1997, so it's very old. So it might just be like a late 90s, early 2000s manga style where it's just very chaotic. There's some manga that is very chaotic from that time, so it might just be that makes it a little bit, I don't know, not what I'm kind of used to reading, or it's the quality of the translation. I don't know, Tokyo Pop, dubious sometimes, or it could just not be like a super great manga, and that's okay because not everything has to be great. I'm gonna continue reading DN Angel. There are 13 volumes that were printed by Tokyo Pop, and it is unfinished at that point, and I believe the manga was unfinished at that point too, but I read somewhere along the lines or recently that it was being restarted and it was going to be finished, but I can't find any more information on that. So if you know anything about like the continuation of DN Angel in like the recent decade, please let me know because I am confused. So I read 4 volumes of this, and I'm working on volume 5. I have been reading it in the mornings and I am getting very sleepy reading it. I don't know if it's just because I'm sleepy or if I'm just like bored. But there are 13 volumes, and I'm going to try to finish this series before the end of the year. Probably going to be the last manga I read this year. Not really going out with a bang, but just that's the way some things go. I've had these volumes for like several months, like since the beginning of the year, and I have not read them yet, so it's just annoying me that I haven't read it yet. That's everything that I have read in the month of November and December. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have read any of these, what your opinions are, that sort of thing, and what you're currently reading right now. If you made it to the end of the video, leave me a basketball emoji for Cheeky Brat because it has to do with basketball. Also, as a reminder, in the description you will find my wish list where I constantly put manga in there, so if there's something specific that you want me to read and review, go ahead and you can peruse that if you will. Also in the description you will find my Right Stuff anime affiliate link. If you want to make a purchase on Right Stuff, go ahead and click that link so it will help my channel out. I get a little bit of commission for every single person who makes a purchase using my link. Really help out my channel and use up all of those Christmas gift cards you're gonna get. Right? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more manga goodness from me. That's all I've got for you guys today. I'm Christy Lou. Till next time, mate!